What's up, guys? So this is gonna be the week 46 recap. Uh, Honestly, I did absolutely horrible this week. Um, like I messed up a couple times, which I'll get into. Um, and then honestly, those mistakes, uh, like I don't think they were like the biggest mistakes in the world. It shouldn't have happened. I could have fixed it, but like how I traded today was really bad because I feel like I tried to revenge trade. I tried to try to make my money back, and I started trading too many tickers. Watered down my focus, and I just let things get away from me. But to start it off, I start off with a nice win on ears. I was looking for a gap and extension. Saw it popping up. I shorted. I slammed the bid, got covered. I covered down my first target, recycled. I covered. Uh, I covered and covered. I'm assuming that I I don't know why I didn't add right here because that would have been ideal. Honestly, I have no idea why I missed that. But anyways, yeah. So then I covered, uh, covered a little more of a piece, and then I covered all of it down here. Um, I was also in TRCH. This one absolutely wrecked me. So higher price stock. Um, I didn't get the extension on it. Um, this is probably honestly why I missed uh that short on ears because I was in this thing. Um, Shorted the J lines, covered, I recycled, I broke it off, I reshorted, cover. Actually, I do remember this. I should have left it alone after this, but I wasn't happy with it. I wanted more money. Um, I made like chump change off this thing, but I traded it really well, which is the most important thing, you know. Um, I had really good risk management. Said shorted, covered, recycled, didn't work. I cut off break even. I reshorted. I had my risk in mind. Um, I covered and I covered again break even, which is perfect. Um, but that's not how it ended. I started scaling in, and this thing just got away. So I remember that. Um, so I had a decent win on ears. Um, I get back to profits because I scaled in more. But like this is a higher price stock, so I scaled in like 870s. I scaled in a little bit more at like 9. Uh, at the very most, like I should have gave it like 4 or 5 cents. Um, at the most. But I didn't get this thing off. I gave this thing like 30 something cents. And then right after I covered, I reshorted. I didn't even give it like time. Got a lot of volume. Uh, and then honestly, I just held it. I I don't like actually I do remember I tried to get filled right here. It didn't fill and I didn't want to cover any of it. I got stubborn. Uh, Reclaimed the uh 90 MA, reclaimed VWAP, reclaimed J lines. It's like all these signs are just like honestly, this is like part of the reason why I do these recaps because this is embarrassing to throw this out here. Like this is a absolutely horrible trade. Uh, and I really don't want people watching this, but like this is I guess it's part of the thing. Like this is an absolutely horrible trade, and I kind of feel like this is what uh kind of set up for like the rest of the week, I guess. So I took a max loss on this day, like which sucks too because I had a really good trade on ears. Uh, if I would just left this alone or just traded it at the open like I did and I traded it perfectly, I would have had a solid day. Like I would have been fine. And so then the next day I came back. I did pretty good. Um, I made back all of the loss from the previous day, which made me happy, obviously. Um, but I feel like this is what kind of set me up for today, and I'll kind of tie it all in together here at the end. So I shorted lower high, trend break, lower high. I covered, and I covered all. Um, I wanted to pop into this area at open, like or even like a stuff of 8, like anywhere between like 780 and 8. I would have absolutely loved. I didn't get it. It just died. So like I left it alone. But at the same time, man, even though I was in small size, this would have been nice if I would just held on to a small piece. I had like almost an 8 average, and this thing went all the way down to 670s. Like that would have been, I made a decent amount of money off of just this trade. Sorry, I'm tired. I had a long, long day. But um, it's all saying VT from pre-market. But this thing gave me an opportunity to get in at open. So uh, I was actually risking pre-market high. So when this thing popped up, I know it's got a higher volume, but I don't know. I I remember seeing having there was a heat map on Bookmap, and I was just like, you know what, like I'm going to take this. I saw stuff in here, kept grinding up a little more, stuffed out a little bit, stuffed again. I shorted it, covered, covered. At open, it popped up. I scaled in because I was thinking it might pop up to either VWAP or like it's stuff at $3. So I wanted to have my majority of my size. I saw it double topping here. Um, After double topped and then kind of dropped and opened to lower, I was just like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to short it. I'm going to risk all of it in the money. Here, if it keeps on going, I'll get in. It never did. I and covered all. Then I traded VVPR. Where is that at? There it is. And if you can't notice, I traded a lot of takers, which is also another huge problem. I need to stop doing that because it's gonna make these videos extra long. This is not a legit trade because uh, I'm not gonna go into like all the details for like the strategies and stuff. But this is not. This is just short and weakness. It's just I don't know what the heck this was. Like the only real entry would have been here. The stuff of 8 would have been perfect. Um, or shorted the stuff of 8. Yeah, it would have worked out great for me. But I that's the problem with trading too many tickers. It kind of like waters down everything, and I need to stop doing that. Then I also traded AAUD. I actually didn't have this on watch. This is an alert. Somebody just said it was popping. I liked what I saw. I took the short. I remember I was only in partial size though, so saw this thing popping up. Um, I saw stuff in here. It came up before this blow up of volume. It was going to the same high day with less volume. So I was like, hey, dude, like I like these shorts. So I shorted half size here. Because I was I wasn't nervous about it, but I was just like, man, these guys might like uh it might have a little bit more wiggle room because it's close enough to four that they might have tried to pop it up over four, and so I was like, well, if it goes to four and stuff's four, I'm gonna like load the boat on that. It didn't happen. It popped up, stuffed, and then I tried to get filled on the mask. I didn't get filled. Came down and covered, and they covered all over here. Um, so pretty decent day. Uh, but I made back all of my previous loss, plus like I was doing good for the week. So I feel like that's kind of what kind of set me up for this. So started off good pre-market, um, sort of lower highs, covered, covered in the money, and but which sucks because it's a nice little pop above nine, fake out. But anyways, not worried about that. Uh, then I missed it at open. I want a little bit higher pop. I didn't get it, so I didn't chase. Rito, short of this. There's also pre-market trade. Um, Again, lower high, shorted, covered, break even. That left alone at open. Uh, and this is the one that well, actually, yeah, this is the last one of the day because I hit my max loss on this. So I was up like an okay amount already, but even though, so this thing started coming up, I thought it was a lower high. I shorted, had lower volume also. I shorted, didn't work. I cut it off, and I was just like, all right. Well, I let it get a little bit too far away. I wanted to cut it off at like the top of like this. Didn't happen. Had lot of volume coming in. I was just all right. Well, which is also a bad sign. I shouldn't have been. I don't know. I should have been a lot more cautious on this thing. Um, but I traded it pretty good at open. So this thing came up. Been kind of screwing around with how I'm shorting pops of pre-market highs. I shorted up here. I slammed the bid here. I covered a little bit of the wash. Popped back up. I shorted, covered, and I was holding. So I mean, I'm already in the money. Like, I mean, when this thing starts topping out, I'm like 70 cents in the money, which is a lot. You know, especially like I'm trading bigger size on this. Like I'm using decent size, 70 cents. I would have had a really nice win. I remember I was unbelievably sick on this day. Like I had a freaking bug. I was just throwing up. I felt like crap. All I wanted to do is go home and sleep. But like, I was having a decent day. I was at work anyway, so I was like, well, might as well trade. Uh, I don't know. I wasn't thinking. And I remember a customer came in. My boss was yelling at me. I literally, like, I remember this thing was like, it was like going up and over, up and like, this is like where I was just kind of like, I zoned out for a second. I didn't have my break even hotkey because I was like, dude, there's no way this thing's gonna rip 70 cents. I thought I like was some stock trading master or some crap. I don't know. But anyways, I helped the customer. I was literally gone for a few seconds. Well, when I came back, this thing was already past my break even. It halted, and I'm stuck in a halt, and I was just like, dude, what the hell? I'm down a decent chunk of money already, and I was just like, man, I'm gonna halt. This thing halts up, I could be in some serious trouble. I'm in full size. Like, sure as shit, opens up, and the second it opens up, I was like, nope, boop, because my max loss, it'll cover my position for me automatically, but that's another problem of mine. I sometimes, well, most of the time, honestly, I will click exit, which like it's supposed to give you a warning where it gives you either the opportunity to cancel it or it will cancel it automatically in 5 seconds if you're still above your max loss. But when I opened, I could calculate about how far down I was. I was like, oh my gosh, dude. And I said, screw it. There's no way it's going to go back down under my max loss. Like, if this thing gets more volume, which it did, I would have been unbelievably screwed. So, this is also why I have a max loss, because I would like to say that I wouldn't do this kind of stupid stuff, but I probably would. Um, man, that's crazy. So, anyways, I was already sick as hell. I didn't like, like, it was just a horrible, horrible day. I was like, you know what? It's fine. You screwed up. Come back the next day. You'll be fine. Well, we got busy the next day. So I was trading ARAV. Uh, Sorry, this is kind of like a long video. Like I said, I traded way too many tickers. So I shorted pre-market. I wanted here. I didn't get it. I shorted, covered break even. Then I left it alone because if anybody does make it long enough to watch this, like you're gonna think I'm an absolute moron. So I uh, I shorted in pre-market. I covered, didn't work. Uh, I at least respected my stop. Then I shorted. It didn't work again. It popped back up and I cut it off. I was basically break even on this trade. Um, but then the absolute idiot trade happened. So I tried shorting the pre-market high. It just didn't work, um, which is okay. It's not gonna work every time. But I did cut it off a little bit late. Let me get like I got busy at work, so I was actually trading off my phone. I was I was on the way to a gutter delivery with my little brother. Trading on the phone. I had my levels in mind, so I shorted it. It didn't work. I cut it off. Um, and then I was watching the thing. It's got high volume, but the volume is getting lower, right? It's got high wick, high wick. Well, when this thing opened, it popped up. I saw it stuffing out. Boom, I shorted. Well, I thought I shorted. I got so freaking caught up in whatever the hell I was doing that I accidentally longed right here, and I'm like watching it, and next you know, you get covered for max loss, and I was just like, what the heck is going on? Like this thing just died. Like I should have crushed it, and then I realized that I accidentally longed it instead of shorting it. So I had two really bad days. But the thing is, since I've been sizing up, I haven't like raised my max loss at all. Like I've kept the same max loss, which is good because now I'm making enough money that like a max loss is just that's like an okay day of trading. Like that's not even like me doing really good. If I trade really well, I can make two or three max losses in a day. So I told my buddy that I felt like I was probably going to end red on the week and I wasn't going to try to force anything. Well, I would say that want to call bullshit on myself, because how I traded today, I would say that I tried to force stuff. So I started shorting pre-market, shorted here, covered in the money. Really, like it basically was break even, because I shorted here and I had a small loss. Didn't work. I missed all of these opportunities over here. Uh, just didn't work out for me because I had an okay win on SNCR. Started popping up. I started scaling in. I saw it having a lower high, much lower volume. I shorted, cover, and cover trailed the stock, which is good because I would have sucked if I would have, like, this is why it's so important to have risk management, trailing, all that stuff. Like you'd be like, oh, this has got no volume. There's no way it's gonna go higher. Blah blah blah. Dude, you never know what the hell's gonna happen in the stock market. So that's why we have rules. That's why we have supposed to have discipline, all that good stuff. But I really got my ass kicked on ATOS. Where the heck did I put that at? ATOS. This one kicked my butt. So, uh, so saw it stuffing out. I thought it was going to go down. Um, after it's when it's stuffed, it was on lower volume. Volume was pretty much dead. I was just like, you know what, I'm going to short here. I was looking for it to fail back down. It didn't go. Volume started coming in. I was like, nope, cut it off. Popped back up here again. Had much bigger volume divergence. After stuff, lower high, I was like, you know what, I'm going to short here, risking this high. Didn't work, cut it off. Drew in my trend line. I was like, all right, it's keeping the trend. I'm gonna wait for it to break the trend, short a lower high. What I did, I missed my cover by like 10 cents. Cut it off, break even. Down here, I shorted again, cut it off, break even. But these, I went in full size. So 2 cuts full size. Yeah, I mean it still adds up a decent amount of money. So I actually did pretty dang bad this week. I think the thing that I really need to focus on for next week is going to be uh, respecting my my stops, using my hotkeys. I have generally a 10-cent risk. I'm okay with the 10-cent risk on most things. It kind of varies. It depends, but like I don't want to have more than a 10-cent risk. 10 cents like the max for me, but uh, I just need kind of most of my entries were okay. I feel like I think the thing that really screwed me up this week was risk management because like there was a couple times I was clearly pretty good in the money and I didn't put my break even hotkey on. That break even hotkey would have saved my butt. I like that would have saved me a lot of money. I probably would have made money this week if I would have just used my break even hotkey. Um, so, but at the same time, you know, yes, I'm pissed off at myself. Yes, I'm very disappointed in myself. But it's all in perspective. Because I love my Instagram page because it really is my journal, and I used that yesterday because I was kicking myself in the ass. So I was just like, well, let's go back and look at some of the videos, some of my posts and stuff. And it's funny because it's not even 6 months ago. I was like, oh, I killed it today. I made $23. I'm like, that's my commissions now. Like, and it's funny. Like you get so stuck in your head. Like, oh, I did this bad, or I did that bad, I did this, and it's like, dude, it's all relative. Like I am so much farther ahead now than I was 6 months ago, and like right now, the struggles I'm going through, 6 months from now, I'm gonna be killing it. I know I will because I work hard and I'm very, very dedicated to things that I want. And I believe that trading stocks will give me the life that I want to have, and I'm gonna keep on pushing it till I get there. So yes, I'm pissed off. Yes, I'm embarrassed. Threw it all out there, but at the same time, if somebody does make it this far back in, the biggest thing is you got to believe in yourself. Because yes, I had a horrible week, but you best believe that I want to kick ass next week. And if I don't do like amazing next week, I do okay next week, do the week after, the week after. Like I know that this week, these results, this isn't gonna like hold me down. So, it is what it is. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll be back next week with a much better video. Later.